Well, continuing on here, made my cup of coffee. Channer popped in here and gave me clarity and augmentation, which is a haste and agility buff, I believe. And gift of magic, which helps the mana bar. Or the mana pool, rather. Or the region of it. Kind of all of it, really. So I should be able to mow through some stuff a little bit faster. Because I can life tap more and get my health, and the mana will rise, you know. Oh, what that was about. Froze up. Worn great staff. It's not bad loot for a vendor. Where to work your skills. I think there's just one in here. There's more around the corner. Oh, I don't need that. What's in here? Yeah, I don't want to mess with it. It's a white con there. 2 wizards. One's blue. Both's blue. It'd be a nice spot there if you get those broke, which I could set here, and since that enchanter just mowed them down. Take a peek around. At least I can con some of this stuff maybe if... A lot of this stuff would probably be blue, dark blue to white. That's that. Like that one's white, so that's a level 30. Could probably use my pet. I don't know if that's the only one in there or not. I don't think I have any, what's Deadeye? I was thinking if I don't think I have anything like on my enchanter like bind sight. Deadeye I think is just like yeah, that's what it's called, Deadeye. I'm looking through the spell list, but I'm not seeing it. Deadeye, here it is. See invisible, infravision. Well, since some of these are invisible, I'll go ahead and put that on, but I don't have... So I'm pretty limited, I guess, in what I can do with that. That might be the only thing there. Let's see. Summon my pet. And Ward Undead, I believe, is the pet buff. Strength and Death is the pet buff. Ward Undead is just an undead. Let me see. I'll go ahead and summon my pet here. Give him his strength buff. And I have Feign Death if it works, so. Let's see, do I have anything? What is this? Fine Steel. Need to carry a couple torches. Is this a stun whip? Tactical whip. See, I can't get that. I'm not giving that to the pet because that's got that's a good low B level melee weapon. If I could get it back, I would. I guess I could just give him this fine steel short sword. Need to buy a couple torches. And I'll give him his buff. Stuns you. Hits pretty hard. He might be a merchant or something. Oh, my Feign Death failed, I think. Shit. Stunned, can't move. That's text going on. Well, where am I bound? Nariac. Alright, now we know. And, let's see. Let me run over here to the side, because as soon as I set down, I'll Argo a wolf or something. Let's see. Almost lost my level, I guess. Let's see. What did I have? I had siphon strength there, then the rest of them were. Let's see. Should I go by... What am I doing here? I need vampire embrace. Alright, let me go to the bank here real quick, because I'm probably going to have to fight at least 2 or 3, I guess, to get my body. I think I got a breastplate and a sword in the bank I can throw on. Give me some armor, because my hand-to-hand, obviously. We used to duel like that, you know, just with fists. It's kind of funny. Don't duel near a guard, though. Get you killed. Guess they don't want fighting in the city, you know. There's, I guess the people watching it probably might be a mixed bag, but there's arenas like you could go and do that stuff in. Do the gladiator thing if you want. What they call PvP, you know, play another player. Let's see, I don't think I can equip this. Race, no. What do we got here? One of those rings. Throw that on for now. I don't want to get too full of stuff. Thought about throwing some of this stuff on my necro or something. I'll use that. 5 hit points. Disease reflection. Okay, corpse. I should sell some of this stuff. Black and steel. Alright, that ought to get me something to fight with there. I need to sell anyway, so make the video about what you gotta do to... Well, when you attempt something, white cons are usually pretty dangerous anyway, so... Sometimes they're easier than they would seem, and other times, well, he was stunning me, he was hitting me for 52. And of course the pet, I don't know, it resisted the snare and stuff too. Resisted a couple of my spells, so obviously it's a more difficult thing to attempt. I'll just leave it alone until I'm higher than him, and then we'll revisit the... Probably camp him for a situation, but some of those might be merchants. He was a clockwork, so he might not be... Well, he's standing there, so I guess you'd want to kill him. I'd have to look up the faction. It would be with the gnomes, which I think some of them like dark elves, but then again, it's not like I'm running over to the gnome city for anything unless I would need to go over there. So, but it's nice if they like you if you are over there. But dark elves and well, if you work the faction, I guess, if you're into that, or trolls, ogres, Ixars, the evil races, I guess, if you're in a... Well, gnomes can be evil too, I guess, if it's like a halfsy thing. Like some parts of Freeport I can walk into no problem, and other parts if I go into it the guards will kill me, so it's like the militia side. And but you know, losing what, one blue or whatever it was, really try not to die, but not in this game. You can think you're in a safe spot and come back and find your standing over your corpse or in a death loop. I've had that happen to me before. That's never fun. Not on P99, but you know, back in the day. But it doesn't mean it can't happen on here. Don't think any of this will attack me, but those shadowed men, I don't want to run into them. They're on that hill over there. I don't know if you can see them, the little torches or whatever. Those are a serious undercon, them things. Solo, depending, I guess, on your gear and all that. I know the ones in Lesser Fate are probably 35 or level 40. As they, there's a warrior, a cleric, and the other one's a necro. The necro has a pet, and they run faster, fastest of bards, probably fastest things. It's like they do like a shadow step or something, or a blink, or like you'll cast a spell on them and they'll be on you as soon as you do it almost. I don't know, druids could probably tell you. I mean, you can root them and I'm sure they can be snared and stuff, but I did videos on solo for quest parts, but they're pretty good experience, and they're Soulless Grow rep if you needed Soulless Grow rep. Let me see. I'm pretty sure it's... Hopefully I ain't going into the wrong one, but it might be. Solus grow, so it's the other side. Gives me a chance to drink my coffee anyway. And ramble and babble to whoever's listening or watching or whatever, but they probably play EverQuest 2 or a variant of it, or who knows. So you might as well zone in. I think it's this one. This might be Nagafin's lair. No, okay. Let me, do I have a corpse button? Yeah, right there. See, I don't have bash. I do have my spells. Don't have my buffs on. And I lost my Chanter buffs, but oh well. It's different if you can invisible buy stuff. In this case, these see through it, so. When you get to a certain point, you out level them, then you can walk right by them. They probably won't care at all. But if you set down, though, they'll almost always attack you. I'm gonna get a little bit of mana back here. I don't know. I guess for those that view, if you want to leave a comment or not, that's up to you. Some of the computer people leave comments that watch those videos. I do have the playlist that, cooking or, those things, which most of the stuff I've showed is, well, chili, but I cook other things, but most people know how to cook or they don't, but you got to eat. If I don't order something out, I try to make my own food, or I have my own way. Platinum Dragon Totem, that looks pretty cool. 30 hit points, 50 mana. Cleric, Druid, Bard, and Shaman. Who drops that thing? Goblin High Shaman drops it. Level 29. It's this thing here. That's a pretty nice item right there. From a level 29, I mean. Be worth coming in here, I guess, if you have a Cleric, Druid, Bard, or Shaman, which I have a baby Bard that I haven't played. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but every now and then I'll take a break or I'll switch to something different. just for variety. Let's see, get this guy. I should be able to get my body. I think there's only one more after. Come on, dagger, proc poison. Alright, we'll just harm touch it. Why not? Alright. I know it's safe to set here, so I'll set here and heal. I could bind wound. So bind wound. Oh no, I can't. I don't have bandages. So what else do we have? Turquoise eye patch. And one's a shaman too. Huh. Well, I don't know. Well, if the front respawn, he might have respawned. So. Yeah, here he comes. Or one of them comes. That's a young goblin here. Let's. Alright, I'm going to set here hidden. He won't bother me. Drink my coffee. Bore you to death. Let me look up this. Where's the ram? I know there's one around the corner, at least I'm pretty sure there is. And then that little goblin, so I definitely want to get... yeah, he's just running around. So I'll pause this here to spare you for a little bit here. Let me get my health back. Alright, I've gave this a couple minutes here. I've got full mana and low health, so I'm going to attack this thing and do a bunch of life taps here. And try to get my health up, because I want to stay... I want to get my body before repops happen. Which I have, what, 18 minutes or something. I just have this one and the one around the corner, I think, to fight. Which... I could actually pull my body and get my shield, swap my weapon and make it a little easier. So I think I just have the one here. Get a little bit of mana. So I'll pause this again. Alright, well, I was close enough to summon it. So what I'm going to do here is take off all the... stuff that isn't alright, now I need to loot the rest of my gear here, and I need a bag. Hopefully this bag is alright, well, destroy those. Get a bag that's empty. I'll probably... Yeah, here we go. Put all this gear in there. I'm going to sell that thing. I can loot the rest of my stuff. Alright. I'll run back out here. I'm gonna go sell. Probably run to the bank. Do that on camera so you can see, I guess, the coin from it. And I got, well, half the blue back I lost, it looks like, maybe. Something like that. Let's see. It's that side that has the vendor, I think. I think the druid rings. Yeah, it's over here. This side has the, yeah, those goblins. I don't want to... Make sure I can still sell to her. I think I can. And Debating on whether I should save the spider silk or not for the shawl. I probably should, but I'm sure I'll get a lot of it. So those are worth 9 plat, 2 gold. So what was that? The high quality the other one's worth? Alright, let me organize my bags here the way they're... Actually, these holes small. I probably should put all this. Well, that won't fit in there. These keys will. And those will. That way I'll have this bag free for Alright, so we got what, 10 plat there, 41 plat, maybe 42, 43, 44 plat so far, and I'm still encumbered because I have all the crap. So I'm gonna run down this way, run over to Nariak here, and throw all this stuff that I took out to fight my way to my body, put it back in the bank. And there's some more blackened armor in there that I think I'm going to sell. I don't think those imps like me. I don't want to run into these shadow men because I've done that before, not paying attention. That camp. I think, you know, some of them are dubious or whatever, but see, there's the shadow men up there to the right, the way I'm looking straight ahead. Like I've ran up over the hill, so always try to look for that gypsy camp, because it's pretty much diagonal to the Nectelos Forest zone line. What's this? Indifferent. And I'll refill my food, and I think I'm alright on bone chips and all that. Stack in there and refill those. I usually carry at least one stack, but if I'm hanging out in a dungeon, I'll carry a couple stacks of reagents, because sometimes I don't leave for a while. I'll loot the good stuff and leave the rest, or if I have the bag space, once I get full, then that's when I make a decision on what's well, if something nicer drops in a couple plat or whatever, I'll Or if I run out of reagents for rune or something. I've stayed in places until I was out of food and all kinds of stuff. Out of gems. Sometimes it don't take very long to run out of. Well, I try not to run out of a stack of paradots, but I have before. Which that's a couple $100 or a couple hundred plat, not dollar, a couple hundred platinum. Which I think everybody has one of those type spells where you end up using paradots for a buff. Clerics go through a lot of them, so preaching to the choir about paradots. But once you can make a couple hundred plat in an hour, or 700-800 plat in an hour, depending, I mean, or thousands of plat, I guess, if you sell a piece of gear or something to somebody. Like some of the spell drops are rare or hard to get or involved, and if you get lucky enough to buy one of those or, well, get the drop, then you save the plat, obviously, but most of those are, well, 55 up, 58, 59, some of the spells are. I try to have all my spells, whether I use it a lot or never, almost, but some of the nicer ones are expensive just because of that. It's, well, you need, if you can't solo it, you'll have to be 60 and wait a while until you're able to get it yourself or buy it, like I said, or you have a group of friends go help you get it. But if it's one of those rare drop things, sometimes it's hard to get people to want to sit there for hours and hours and hours. I mean, it's, I mean, you might, but and I can't say that I blame them unless they really want to. They just want to hang out and chat, you know, and talk to somebody, or they're after a drop. Who knows who you might have help you. Everybody's got their little niche camps, I guess they set at, because nobody's generally going in there and doing them. So most people, like I said, when I've ran into them in game, I've not had any arguments or anything for like a quest item or something like that. Most people will help you because you just, you know, type to them and say, hey, you know, I'm doing this, I'm looking for this drop, you know, see what they're camping, if they're doing the same thing you're after, or they're near the area. Let's see. Water. Buy a couple torches too while I'm in here. Just in case I use my pet. Alright, I'll go to the bank, do the bone chip thing. And put this stuff back in the bank. Probably give this to my cleric. where those pages will probably drop. Oh, I should have put that silk in there instead of selling it, I guess. Yeah, I knew I had a bone chip bag. What is this? Oh, I was going to give those to my necro. That's for later on. I got this breastplate too. Dwarven ringmail tunic. Compare that to the black and less AC, but you get the saves. And it's lighter. Wonder if it looks different. Yeah, it does actually. Fashion Quest, you know. What bag was that in? I'll put my black back on. What is this? Oh, these were from killing that other guy. I wonder if I should use these. Piercing. Of course, I can't do wield, but it does affliction. This. Whoa. Alright. What's this stuff? I think there's another one of those. Yeah, tentacle whip. 5 strength, 3 agility. 5 hit points. Hand them to like a level 1 if you see him or something, you know. Some of it, 3 decks. Like when you compare it to what I have on, I mean. Most of it, if it didn't drop on this character, it dropped on my enchanter, or I bought it on either on this character or whatever. Like these Targu strands are nice. Probably be wearing those for a while. That's dropped. That Stein's like for a mage thing. But anyway, we made 34 plat after selling our goodies. So I've got, what, 570 plat. So we'll leave it at that, and I'll run back over there. And I don't know, I might do some looking around, and because I could still go back to Befallen. I think there's maybe some experience in there. I still need to get that 3rd key for that if I were to go in there. And it's kind of one of those, I try to avoid too many places where it's difficult to get your body back, but well, at level 39 I'll have Summon Corpse, so that'll help me out a lot. I'll just have to buy that reagent thing, so I'll be able to take a little more risk that way, I guess. If some people would take a death, summon their corpse to get out, or, you know, get a res later if you have a cleric friend and you organize it. I mean, that's there's the over there mallet. I have to look up those Sarnak or whatever they are you have to kill for the rep. I know there's workarounds and things that people have figured out you could do, but I think if an enchanter charms it, sometimes you can turn stuff into. I know enchanters can, but other people, I mean. But it, I would probably kill those when they were experienced rather than how I remember doing it. 20 some years ago on my warrior when I guess they introduced that or you found out about the thing and well, that was like a Malee's best friend until they had that. Well, I think World of Warcraft had the Hearthstone, but I think after Lost Dungeons and Norrath, you could get like a gate. You could use it every hour, 30 minutes or something. Or maybe I'm confusing it with World of Warcraft or whatever. Anybody could get that worker sledge mallet. I even had it on my enchanter and stuff, although I guess since I had gate. But if you ever wanted to go to the over there, that was like a free port, so it was useful. Especially going to if you own a V side or you wanted to get to Carnal's Castle or something. I mean, you might have had to bum a sow from a druid or something. But like if someone sent me a tell and wanted to, hey, want to join our group in KC and I'm over in Freeport or something, I'd go hunt something and hope for a gate proc or look for a port or I really didn't use it a whole lot on my enchanter. On my warrior, I used it all the time. Just, or one of my coworkers or friends would be on there, wizard or druid or whatever. And that's just send a tell, to dial a port on here. You give them a taxi tip, and usually it's like a plat a level, so. If I was to get a port somewhere, I'd give them 30 plat or whatever. And I thought about going over to Mistmore and stuff, like I've said, but I've showed that before, and so have other people. Like, people have shown Solusek in that, but it's a pretty good spot. So, plus, if I die, I'm not far from, well, my home city, and I could probably easily get to level 50 over here, 60 even if I wanted, just and not even leave this little spot because once I get 40 plus, I could go into Nagafin's Lair or Soul B or somewhere else. I mean, but you're meant to explore, right? But when I leveled Dark Elves before, like I would do some of these zones, or if I was just getting experience. I mean, most of the time we were in a group, so I guess you could have it that way now if you made enough friends and they played at a similar time. But I look at it as more people have higher max level characters and they may be working on their Gucci gear or whatever, doing their raids, or, if they do play an alt, it might be, everybody's probably got an everything at this point, although, if you play something for 7-8 years and you're just leveling, I mean, you can get up into level 50 pretty easy, really. I mean, the hours of videos I've done on it, and stuff I haven't showed, well, a lot of time, even if it's an hour here or there, or 5 hours or all day, if it's a rainy day or something. Let me see, I need to go to the right. I need to go this way. I need to go opposite of the way I would normally go, because I would be running into Soul Row over there. And while I was doing that, I mean, I healed a decent bit. A couple people in here. 29 bar, that'd be good to group with unless they're soloing. Senkin. And they heal. No, just do a... Bard would probably be a nice partner for a Shadow Knight with the mana and the haste and the movement. And, well, they can heal too. Plus, they're pretty good melee, crowd control. They can charm. Bards really don't have to group unless they want to be nice, I guess. But I don't want to compete with. The only uh, benefit, I guess, to us grouping is we could go deeper in and fight. If you were to, if they want to solo, then well, they're here since I walked away or went and sold. So. But there you have it. I'm going to maybe think about some dinner here. So have a good one.